Hey, vinyl community, and welcome YouTubers from everywhere. Yeah, this year I made it to Record Store Day. Well, I made it last year too. The main Record Store Day 2023 had two records on my list. Other records I was interested in. My number one pick. Oh, and I didn't get to my store till about 10:45. Still had a couple copies of this left. Lacquer cut Kevin Gray, pressed at RTI. It doesn't tell you pressed at RTI on the sticker here. A number of people said this Chet Baker's maybe his best record, and of course now we got the best sounding quality copy. One of the things I always pick up, Jazz Dispensary. This was one particularly I wanted this year. Just a little information here. I often pick these up. There have been 20 of these since they started in 2017, including this one. I have 5 of the 20, and these are always like around $27, $29. Records aren't a good investment, but these are better than most. So I was looking on Discogs to see how many of these were, and I thought, well, maybe it'd be fun to pick up some more of these. Generally, the back issues of these Jazz Dispensaries are all $40, $50 up. And they're different over a period of time. They have different music. I'm going to say this is bachelor pad music. This is good stuff. And the Black Friday one was kind of similar to this one, and I liked it. I'm a big blues fan, so I picked up the Muddy Waters. This has been reviewed pretty good. I picked up A Decade in Sun. There's the tracks on that. I hesitated when I looked at that. I looked at the tunes. Do I want that record? It's $15. A record store, a full LP record store day for $15. Darn right I'm going to bring that home. Okay, the other one I kind of had on my list because the In Groove, he did a box opening the other day and he showed this. Don't Shoot Me, Elton John. I got a really clean OG copy of this record. I probably bought for $2 or $3 back when. I bought this record just for the vinyl because he showed it on his box opening. Just gorgeous bright red and white vinyl. 2 record set. Yeah, I like Elton John. I'm happy to have this record. So that was my Record Store Day records that I purchased. But while I was at the store, I went over to a couple of the other sections and the kind of sections that nobody looked at, and I picked out a big fistful of records. I'm going to show those real quick with only one, what I call a great score out of the discount bin. And, if you're only interested in these record store days, you can skip that. One of my all-time favorite records, Dean Martin, Dream with Dean, 1964. One of the best records he ever made. Basically, he was a lounge singer, and all of his later records got some big orchestra layered over the top of him. This one, he's playing with a little lounge group. The recording is fantastic. Now, in 2014, Analog Productions redid this double LP 45 RPM. It's one of the best sounding records in my collection, and I have a lot of audiophile records. Often I thought I should go get an OG. I should go to Discogs and pick up an OG to compare it. Well, here I got this was mint, near mint, in the shrink. The record is near mint minus. Super clean for $4. I brought it home. It's the first record I played. Cleaned it up. Sounds fantastic. Just really happy with that. One store I went to where you got to the end of the record store days, and it was kind of like new arrivals, so you had to be careful. First I thought, I didn't see this on the list. Well, Mavis Staples and Levon Helm, this come out last year. This was recorded in 2011, double LP 45 RPM set. I'm looking forward to listening to that. Now, a lot of you know I'm getting ready to do a big Arthur Lyman video. Well, here was one for $11 I had to pay, but still in the shrink. Really, really clean copy. 1966, little later Arthur Lyman, Ferrani and Teicher, Exotic Love. You know, I've been doing these Bachelor Pad, Exotica, Space Age records. That fits in there perfectly from 1963. Thing I'm going to do a video on one of these days. Ricky Nelson. I grew up in the 50s watching Ozzie and Harriet Nelson on the TV, and I always liked Ricky. And another later Martin Denny, Sayonara. I've shown those before, but I'm kind of filling out my collections there. Then I picked up 3 records at this one store. Here's a real early 1955 first press mono, Jackie Gleason, Music to Remember Her. Really clean, happy to get that. Then like a year or 2 later, here's another mono OG first press, 1956, Night Winds. Beautiful cover. Love Embers and Flame here a little later. Yeah, I know most people aren't interested in this. These records are getting hard to find, I can tell you. When you go in the store, they're loaded with rock records. Here's the George Shearing Quintet, Latin Escapade. Bachelor Pad music for sure. 1957, this is a 59 reissue. They're advertising their duophonic down here. The monos are fairly common, but this record, there's only one copy for sale. Now, I don't think this is reprocessed stereo, I'm not sure, but anyway, they were trying their duophonic to get going in the stereo age. I'll be interested to listen to this and hear what it sounds like. If you watch a few of my other videos, you know I've gotten into these stereo action. Well, it turns out I already had this one. This is a reissue from a year or 2 later. It doesn't have the die-cut jacket, so I assume they run out of the jackets and still had a few records left. But, you know, for $4, super clean record. I'm not going to miss that. Pricing. I got a big Martin Denny collection, Exotica number 3. 1959. Somehow I didn't have that, so it's kind of fun, you know, when you have so many you can't remember where you have them or not. Anne Murray, Glenn Campbell, $4. I like both of those people. This is just fun kind of stuff, and buying some different stuff from the record store. And last but not least, as they say, Donnie and Marie Osmond. Aren't they cute? So I say, keep you spinning, and I bet you can't find any leftover Jazz Dispensary records from previous record store days at your record store. Let me know if you've ever found one more than just a couple days after record store day. See you all down the trail.
Happy trail.